Nothing can save Bitcoin from this. From this. This is what I've drafted on last show 4 days ago up here on the channel, and I said this is most likely what I believe is going to happen. A little bit of a pump to 60,800-ish region and then a rejection. Then yesterday, or a couple of days ago when I took this short position, I actually wrote it in here in the community and I said if we close above 62,000, I'm game for a massive pump, but other than that, it's an air tier short setup, and I drafted this little drawing here where Bitcoin might go, and this is still my opinion. So we had a little bit of a pump to 60,940, which is basically what I drafted here, and then seemingly a rejection. I want to run through why Bitcoin cannot be saved from this, which is basically this massive dump down to 56, maybe even lower than 56,000, and then how you can participate in this. So what am I looking at? If you don't know who I am, my name is 𝗙𝗢𝗡. I've been here since 2016. I've been doing this for a long time. I do these updates 5 minutes a day. You can look through the channel. We're going to put the playlist up here as well. And you can navigate the market with me. That's all I do. Nothing is financial advice. I share my own thoughts and opinions. Let's go. So on this, the way these are designed, you have to come back, right? So I haven't done a video for the past 4 days, and the reason is because there was no need to. I mean, this, what I explained here, didn't change at all, but the thesis behind it and the reason why I say nothing can change is because all is, but I literally got like 5 DMs from people saying, 𝗙𝗢𝗡, but Saylor has announced something new, and the Clarity Act is, I don't care, you know, nothing can save. The chart is telling you the story always, and it is telling you the story now as well. What am I seeing? Number one, very important. This here is a very, very, very important order block. Why? Because this was the last big up move before an impulsive move down that has resulted in a close below here. And it was the liquidity sweep for this dagger that, yet again, I've been calling on here on the channel. So when that happened, I said this level is a very, very strong level, very important level, up about 62,000 as the high. If there was gonna be, and it's still gonna happen, right? I'm just, obviously this is, no one knows what's gonna happen, but if we were gonna close above 62,000, I would say, okay, this is a V-shaped recovery. I am game for a long position. There is built up liquidity here. There's built up liquidity all the way up here. I would not be surprised if Bitcoin rallies back to 80, 90,000, the bottom is in. That still stands, but I don't think that is what's happening. What I rather think is happening is that we're going to see a rejection from here for multiple reasons. One of them is usually what I'm waiting for when an order block like this presents, like a supply zone like this presents, is first of all a touch in there. Now that did happen. So if you look here, I wanted to hide this for a second because I still wanted to be here. Just hide it here. So what happens is that there is a touch here, right? First of all, there was a touch here, but then there was no rejection. So I was like, okay, probably this is nothing because there is no rejection here. So this touch, even though it went into this, is not that relevant. And then I waited, and then there was another touch, but guess what is the difference here? The difference here is a lot, right? And if you're new here, this is why you come back every day. You might not see it at first, but this is the masterclass here. So market structure break, meaning there is a new high point. There is a close above the previous high on the hourly chart. Once that close happens, there is a close below the low that created that high. Therefore, that is a market structure shift happening from a higher time frame supply zone. These components, every time when you trade, what you gotta do is you gotta take probabilities. And the higher the probability, the better the setup. And when you have a supply zone that is being touched now, that you've seen, that created not only a new low, but it took massive liquidity that was created on a very high time frame, on a daily chart and whatnot, that is a strong level. So once you gotta retest to that strong level, what you wanna see is a rejection from that level. So now the rejection is at least 3 consecutive candles to the opposite direction of the trend. In this time, the lower time frame trend is up. So an opposite direction is 3 bearish candle, a close above the previous high, which you get, and then an immediate rejection, a reverse V shape if you want to call it, and then a rejection and close below the previous level that created that high. This is a perfect A-tier setup, okay? So then I got into a short, then I posted in a community, I said, this is the short I'm taking, blah, 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 blah. This was the rejection here, right? So this is basically what I've been taking. Now, I've been keeping this position and nothing changed. Why? Because, as you see, every single level like this creates another supply zone, right? So here, this supply zone was the one I was like, okay, this must be touched most likely. And guess what? When the Saylor news comes, there was a little bit of dump, bam. So if you missed it, Michael Saylor figures something out where they're going to pump the price of MicroStrategy yet again. I think he's going to be a genius, to be honest, in the long run. Everybody's fudding, but he came out with something that the market lagged, and that's why it pumped. But then the market soon realized that they just agreed or allowed to sell $1.2 billion worth of Bitcoin. So again, nothing can change this. So once there was a touch on there, if you go down to the 15-minute time frame, you see there is what? Yes, another market structure shift. Okay, so if you look at all these and you see, actually it was right here, sorry, it was the market structure shift happened right here. And then I'll retrace to this again, yet again, supply zone and then lower. So I can go on about this, but what you need to know is that there was a rejection on the hour, on the higher time frame, meaning 4-hour daily. Then there was a retrace on the hourly rejection. Then there was a 15-minute rejection. It's just rejection after rejection after rejection. And when you have lower time frame rejections like these, you listen and you participate because it's an A-tier setup. Again, I'm not saying you should, I'm just telling you what I'm doing, okay? Just to spice that up, usually what happens is these liquidity lines, this is a liquidity zone, usually gets taken. When this happened here, and I've been screaming from the top of my lung that this retrace is gonna be nothing else but a retrace and then a dump from there, I have been telling you the same thing. I said these liquidity areas get to be taken. Guess what? That got taken, this got taken, so this will get taken. So then what am I looking at? I'm actually looking at I mean, again, very bottomy. So I'll give you that. Very, very bottomy. I would not be surprised if we do this. Like, it doesn't even have to go. It can go down to 57 and then reverse from there. So very bottomy, but I'm not here to fortune tell. I'm here to trade. And I'm trading the chart. And the chart is telling me they're short. And until it's telling me they're short, I am going to be short. That's what's happening. So I'm going to be short. Liquidity targeting at least 58,000. That's like at least. Probably looking at something like this. If we get lucky, right, and that's what I really would like to see as an investor as well, is that this just starts nuking, like hardcore nuking down to 55, 52. That's most likely a bottom. I'm gonna open up trades. I'm gonna open up bots. I'm gonna go buy back spot. Like, that's the level. Not yet, not yet. So I'm looking at yet another rejection. I know everybody wants, one of the big things that I actually learned from trading and through the years and really managing my emotions is that I really want something. I want this to be the reversal. I was like, I want this to be the reversal, but no one gives a fuck what I want. No one. That's the truth. The market is just giving you what it does. And if you look at this high, low, high, low, high, low, high. Oh, it's going to be another high. No, it's going to be a low. And then a high, and then a low, and then a high, and then a low. And at one time, it's going to be a high. And then once you get this, that's called a market structure shift. And then you just send the chart. So TLDR, I believe we are going lower. If you are not in a short position, just join in the community and just scroll a little bit back. You don't even have to scroll back. It's just there. You can see my position, and I still think it's a great time to get in. I mean, it's, again, if you want to participate in a short position. I'm actually trading this in multiple places. I'm trading it on Bitfunded, but I'm also trading it on Tubit. I'm up about 16% on this position. If you want to trade on Tubit and you want to try it out, they are a non-KYC exchange available worldwide, based in Singapore. They're pretty cool. They're friends of ours. There is not a sign-up bonus, but a deposit bonus. So even if you already signed up using our link in the description, you can just deposit and get a bonus to trade with. These are like vouchers that let you actually trade with the market and keep the profit. It's pretty cool. All you need to do is deposit. So go and check that out. There's a link in the description to all this. Big shout out to Tubit. And guys, subscribe to the channel. Come back for another one. I'll see you in the community, and I'll see you here tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.